Hello everyone, welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty. This is Rainout, and we started the season 4-0. We had a very, very convincing win against UMass last week. Just blew them out of the water. Never really had a chance to get back into the game. And that was the first, great game that we played besides the Iowa game in week 1. Iowa, we played very, very well. Played two very lackluster games against Toledo and Wake Forest, and now a good bounce-back game against UMass. And this bounce back comes right on time as we'll be hosting Boise State, probably the second best team on our schedule. I'd say Iowa was the best, even though they did not play like it. So Boise State could be a sneaky trap game here coming in to St. Louis. But we've got home field advantage. We're about equal in overall. They've got a much better defense than us, though. We just got to come out, defend home turf, and move to 5-0. That's the goal here. Why is the stadium so empty? It was way more full when we played Toledo week 2. And we haven't lost a game, but all of a sudden the stadium is now empty again. Don't know what that's about. Is Boise State just not a big draw for fans? I don't know. I feel like that would be a fun game to watch, but oh well. Just got to keep winning. Bring them back into the seats. We kind of need that stadium atmosphere grade up just so we can sell better to recruits. His first run of the game is a good one. Boise State always just has monster running backs for some reason. Sire Gaines this time gets 15 on his first carry. But they'll throw on the second play of the game, and that's wide open down the middle. This might be a very, very tough game. They're moving the ball immediately, and they're a hurry-up team, which is our kryptonite. Gain of 4 for Sire Gaines. A little bit better stopping that. Kind of filled the hole, didn't let him get much. Another run and a good swallow up there. It's Matthew Yaboa. Once again making things happen in the backfield. And they'll bring up 3rd and 6. You got to expect this is a pass. And it will be, but it'll be a screen! And we get to the quarterback, so the throw is in the dirt, and we force a kick for 3. What a stand from the defense. And we'll see if they can make this kick. Looks like a 50-yarder, 49 maybe. And he just sneaks it right past the right post. 3-0 Boise State, and the kicker just got clobbered by his own teammate. All right, some bad feelings on the other side of the ball for Boise State. Team chemistry is looking a little suspect right now, but kicker drilled it regardless. Now, our offense will get their first crack at it, looking to take the lead with a touchdown. Here's a good return. Down to the 26. We did not really run the ball at all last week. We didn't really need to, but I feel like establishing the run game is going to be important in this game. That's a good first run from Manny Royster. Gets us 10 immediately. LJ Young Jr. gets clobbered for a gain of 1. I've really went away from the RPOs this year, and I feel like it's for the best. They're just kind of gimmicky. Sometimes they just work, sometimes they don't. And if we can get chunk plays with actual plays, I feel like that's just the better way to go about it. It's a good gain for Manny Royster on the screen pass. Gets us down to the 50. And right back off to him. Can't make a man miss in the hole, though. A giant hole open, but there's a guy standing there waiting right in the middle of it. Tyler Kavka fights his way forward for extra yards, gets 6, I want to say. So 3rd and 2. I think this is 4-down territory here. I don't think we're in field goal range, but can't really justify punting in this spot. They are stacking the box, but I feel like we can run on this. Good cut up field for Manny Royster, gets the first down. Looks like cover 3. That looks like a horrific, horrific call against it. There's way too many streaks down the field. That's going to be a pick. What am I doing? That'll be a pick 6 for Boise State. That was just a bad throw as soon as I pressed the button. All right. Maybe should have stayed with the previous play, but it's already 10-0 for Boise State. That's not good. Yeah, no one came open, and there's a guy in my face, so I decided to check down. But there was 2 guys covering the check down, And there's no one behind him to make the tackle, so yeah, maybe should have just taken the sack there. But we're gonna be down 10-0 already. Not a good start. Been on the run with Vince Trinidad. Took a couple big hits, but he doesn't get phased. He does not get injured easily. He's got a running back frame as a quarterback. We'll give it out to Kafka on the out, and he's got speed to get the first down. Just easy chunk yardage. That's all we need. Don't need to get fancy. Don't need to force balls. Just do what we need to do. And that would have been open, but got hit before I could let go of the ball. That'll be a sack for Michael Madry. 2nd and 17. Was that a play action pass? I think it was. Once again, play action. Just not really working right in this game. That'll be another pick. Oh, what a throw for Mason Williams. I thought that was going to be intercepted for sure. Threw that into the heart of the zone, but no one really turned their heads to get an eye on the football. I don't know what that was. There's a lot of guys blending in on the logo. I just kind of chucked it up to Mason Williams. There's this guy that could have jumped for it, this guy that could have jumped for it, but yeah, no one had eyes on the quarterback. Which is how the game should be. If the defenders aren't looking at the ball, they shouldn't be making miracle plays on it, which happen all too often. But yeah, that was a realistic play. I'm really happy that worked out. Check down. Good play by Manny Royster. He actually come up with that ball. He gets 3 out of it. This will be the last play before the end of the first quarter. We'll just run it up the middle with Manny Royster again. Tip will bounce it outside. He's got a lot of space. Can he make one miss? The second guy catches up to him. And we're down at the 20 for the end of the first quarter. Down 10-0. Didn't really look good while we were doing it. I mean, our defense made a nice stop to force them for 3. But then our offense just gave them an easy touchdown on an easy pick 6. You just can't do that against good teams. You can't give them free points. But we're threatening here. And that's not the button I wanted to press. And thankfully not intercepted. Oh my goodness. That's not the button I wanted. That's not the receiver I wanted. Luckily, it does not come back to bite us. Good stiff arm from Manny Royster. He gets 5 back for us. Makes it 3rd and manageable. They blitzed, but we had a good quick in route on the check down, and that's an easy first down. They've kind of vacated the underneath. And we're threatening here. 1st and goal at the 5. Roll out with Trinidad. There's a lot of defenders, but he might have the speed. Get out of the way! Oh, LJ Young Jr. stood in our way. We had a touchdown, but we're shoved out at the 1 instead. That's unfortunate. I mean, just wide open lane for the touchdown. We had the speed, got to the edge, but LJ Young Jr. just made the tackle for the other team. That was unbelievable. Never seen something like that in my life. Should be able to punch this in, though. Here's Manny Royster. Touchdown, Billikens. And that's a great answer drive. Bad pick 6, but we didn't let it get to us. We did what we needed to do on that drive, made the smart plays. And it's 10-7 now. Nice run up the middle. And that's a great cut. Luckily, what could have been broken for 6, but the last man makes a nice tackle. This running back's going to be a problem today. Our run game's still suspect, and the last couple teams haven't really punished us for it. They've insisted on throwing the ball. And it'll be a fumble on the snap. What just happened? What just happened? What is happening here? They're having sex at midfield at St. Louis University. What is going on in Boise, Idaho? I mean, what am I looking at? You can't, that's got to be illegal. The center snapped it, and the left guard picked it up. And it somehow teleported into the quarterback's hands. They're having sex and doing wizard magic on the field. Investigate this team immediately. Something is not right. That is absolutely insane. What is going on here? I didn't realize we scheduled Hogwarts. Gay Hogwarts. I mean, according to J.K. Rowling, it's always been gay Hogwarts. Oh boy. 3rd and 5 now. Got to lock back in. That was insane. And what a great breakup. I think is that Warren Barron, number 27? I think that's him. But what a play to dive for that, forcing a punt from the 44. That's the stop we needed from the defense, but that'll be a great punt. Oh, barely rolls out. Would have been the most insane punt of all time, but we get a break. We get it at the 20. Good broken tackle for Manny Royster. He's only like 5'8", but he breaks tackles like it's nothing. It's actually impressive. Ty Hardy checks into the game for the play action here. And there's nothing really worth throwing to. Don't want to force it into coverage. It'll be 3rd and 4. And yeah, there's nowhere to go. I mean, Mason Williams maybe, but they're kind of shading towards the drag now. I don't think he had the yardage to get the first. I mean, LJ Young Jr. maybe, but that's in a double coverage. Yeah, there's nowhere really to go with the ball. And by the time Manny Royster gets open, I'm already that far down the field. If he had come open earlier, that would have been nice, but didn't happen. It didn't end up happening. And luckily, we didn't get sacked there at like the 2. We'll actually have good field position to punt from. They're going to return this. They'll get it at the 40. Not much of a return. There's a good stop there on 1st down. Only a gain of 2. If we can really hone in on this run game and stop it, we'll have a lot better chance in this game. But if we let this guy just run all over us, we're going to have a lot of problems. Trying to bounce it outside, but we're there to swallow it up for a 4-yard loss. Draymond Gates was the one who got there. There's a couple guys just swarming the backfield, and it'll be 3rd and 12. It'll be a screen, and they get it. Looked like we had the numbers to stop it, but Josh Barr ran into his own teammate, so he couldn't make the tackle? What happened? I thought the running back just kind of bounced off the tackle. But, yeah, my 2 players ran into each other. So they didn't even touch the wide receiver. He just stutter-stepped them so bad they ran into each other. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. It'll be a quick screen to the outside, and they get 3 out of that. What kind of dragged us forward. Josh Barr was there to make the tackle. We'll see if they even snap it. And they will. Last play before the 2-minute warning. And we stand them up right before the 1st down line. So it'll probably be 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. Yeah, 3rd and 1. But under 2 minutes, you got to expect to throw here. And the flat's wide open. I don't know what we're doing. There's a guy on a hard flat over there, but he's just coming to the middle for no reason. I guess maybe he was covering the slant there, but just feel like that's a play that's got to be made. That's a huge hit by Josh Barr, but yeah, just a quick slant that immediately came open. And Boise State is in field goal range. I think they're in the red zone now, too. They're threatening 4-6. 2nd and 3. And that's a huge hit to knock that loose. I think that's Gates that made the hit. And once again, the flat is wide open. Who is covering that? Yeah, I mean, look at the play. There's a hard flat on the left, but we're just not playing the hard flat. I don't get it. So it's supposed to be this guy. I think that's Dakota Mills. And he just follows his man deep. There's a safety back there, dude. Pass him off and go play your position. And they'll have it 1st and goal at the 7. They're going to run from empty here, which is scary. And that's an easy touchdown. For Boise State, needed a stop on that drive, but Couldn't get it from the defense. Had them at multiple third downs, but they were just a third down conversion machine on that drive. And they'll be up 17-7. All right, we've got 1:22 to get points of our own on the board, and it kind of needs to happen. We can't let this game get out of hand. 10-point deficit's manageable, but if we let it get to like 17, game might be over at that point. Here's Ty already out of the backfield on the Texas route, getting us 15. They got the double mug look. Shouldn't be blitzing in this spot. There's Mason Williams getting clobbered on the hit. And the game is glitched out. Okay, I guess we'll have to call a timeout. Vince Trinidad was just a statue there. You just didn't want to move. Couldn't call another audible, couldn't do anything. All right. A lot of glitches in this game. I don't know what the deal is. And Acevedo gets it swatted out of his hands. That's just good coverage. Gave him a chance on the out. Looked like he had space, but cornerback made a nice adjustment and came down on the hands to knock it loose. Be 3rd and 6. That's a good throw to lead Allen Dummerville up the seam to get the first down. We'll just run with Vince Trinidad. Don't need to take that kind of hit, but maybe call a timeout. Didn't get the first down, which is what I wanted. Would have stopped the clock, let us have time to go no huddle, but gotta call a timeout there, save time. I think we take a shot here to LJ Young. They have a safety shaded that way. Yeah, we'll just check down. Mason Williams gets us the first down. That's a terrible throw, and that'll be an interception. What am I doing? I've forgotten how to play football. I just went to the well one too many times. I called this play again, even though it didn't really do us much the first time I called it. And no one comes open. So I just have to chuck it. I guess this is going to be open. But it's so far down the field, I feel like this guy's going to jump it. But I don't know. Maybe should have just thrown it away at that point. Yeah, I'm just so bad at going no huddle. Because I can't run the same play over and over because then the defense adjusts to it. And when you're running no huddle, you can only call the same 4 audibles over and over pretty much. And Boise State's probably going to march into field goal position here. We need to stop that from happening. Can't give up a touchdown, though. That would be even worse. And they're just going to throw it into the dirt. All right, that'll force a Hail Mary, which we will line up for. So everyone go deep, and they're not even going to get the throw off. That'll be a sack. Who is that? I don't even know who that is, but whoever you are, you just got a sack to, I guess, pad the stats a little bit. But at least they didn't get a throw off. That's Alexander Arnold. That's who it was. I thought it was a defensive end, which is why I was confused. But yeah, that's Alexander Arnold, the D tackle. And yeah, just not a very good first half for us. We're a very seesaw kind of team. We're a hot-cold kind of team. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is, but we played so well last week, and now we come into this week, and we can't play football, which is unfortunate. Threw 2 horrific picks with Vince Trinidad, just not seeing the field very well. But at least we'll get the ball to start the second half, and we have a chance to make the game close again. Definitely need points on this drive. And no one came open, so I get sacked. All right. As Jamal Shivers in on the tackle, Shiver Me Timbers. Just waited too long. Both of the drags got covered pretty well. And D got there pretty fast. And they blow up the screenplay because my running back can't get off the block. It's just so unbelievably annoying. We'll run it again. 3rd and 19. And we can't even get the throw off. I mean, what are we doing? We can't even run screenplays. I mean, they're just all over it. They blitzed 7, but still covered the screen extremely well. I don't get it. We'll be punting from our own 7, which means they'll probably get it at the 35 with how awful our punter is. Yeah, just horrific punt. And they'll have it at the 44, prime field position already. Diving play. I think that was Gates who made that one. He is excellent in coverage. We have two absolutely awesome linebackers in coverage. I think he's an outside linebacker too, which is crazy. We'll take a deep shot downfield, and we got just absolutely mossed for the touchdown. Like, what just happened? We just got manhandled by Boise State. This game is going to be a blowout. It's just that obvious now. Like, what? How did we give that up? And he overran the ball. What are you doing, dude? That was awful. And we're going to be down 24-7. This game might be over. Had a chance there if we could have gotten the interception, but my dude forgot how to play football, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate when that happens. You just forget that you're playing football. It happens to the best of us, I'm sure. But yeah, we kind of needed to get something going here, like right now. And then Royster with a good run. I think we have to go no huddle. We can't let the clock drain. Vince Trinidad with a big hole. Does he have the speed to get the edge? Not quite. He's dragged down at the 46. We'll continue to go no huddle. I think switching up the formation, you got to do a lot too. Can't let the defense get too comfortable. They are kind of reading the read option now with guys on the side. Doesn't look like much safety help over the top either. Give it a shot. That's a touchdown for LJ Young. You want to moss us? We'll do it right back to you. What a catch. This guy is a star. I don't know how he keeps coming down with these balls, but we just keep chucking it up and he keeps coming down with them. LJ Young Jr., what a breakout season for him. He's been with us since season 1. He's been low on the depth chart, just kind of developing. And now that he's a lot better, he's making plays happen. Threw it up into double coverage. He still came down with it. That was incredible. And that was the quick strike we needed. We're only down 10 now. We just need our defense to make a play here so we can get it back to within 3. It's a screen, but we're there to blow it up. Could have been jumped for a pick too, but Dakota Mills just kind of lit up the wide receiver as he caught it. Loss of 2. Will be a run. Broke 1 tackle, but Josh Barr's there for the second. He always plays so close to the line. I don't know how he does it. It'll be 3rd and 11. You're going to launch it deep. Someone come down with it. At least it was broken up. That looked scary for a second, but we finally get a break. We force a punt. Give it to Acevedo on the jet sweep. We'll see if that works. It's got a bit of a lane. What a run by Nathan Acevedo. Stiff arm down inside the 35. That's first real time that's worked. The defensive end really shed inside. Had to cut back in, but there's still enough space to really turn it up loose. That was a great play. They're really stacking the box. It looks like a cover 3. I think we'll just run into it anyway. Screw it. Manny Royster runs into a stacked box and gets 7. That's power football right there. Give it out to Royster on the swing. He gets a 7. All right, 1st and 10 from the 18. We're threatening here. We've looked a lot better after I screamed at the team to remember how to play football. Roll out with Trinidad. Get out of the way, Mason Williams. Takes a big shot going out of bounds, but that's a gain of 7. My team loves running into each other more than anything in the world. I just don't get it. Ty Hardy runs a man over, makes it 3rd and inches. We just run it right back up the gut again. Would love Cameron Teague in this spot, but this playbook doesn't really have any power back sets, which is disappointing. Manny Royster's good enough to get it down to the 6 for a 1st down. Let's just keep running the football. It's working for us. Don't need to risk throwing a pick. Royster down to the 2. We got 2 more chances to punch it in. And And there's Manny Royster, just made it look easy. When our run game is on, it just makes this offense so easy to run. Touchdown, Manny Royster. That's probably his second of the game, I want to say. I think he got the first one. And we are right back in this game. 24-21 will be your score with 1:30 to go in the third quarter. All to play for here now. RPO, quick completion on the screen, like 2nd and 1. They run a counter and just don't have the speed to bring the running back down. It's too big of a hole for him to explode into there. 1st and 10 from the 40. And I kind of vacated that. That was my fault. Big gain. And Boise's trying to answer back. They're kind of rumbling here. And they won't snap it. That will be the end of the third quarter. We are down 3 to Boise State. 24-21. It looked very, very bleak. But we made a couple good plays, a couple good drives to get back into it. Now we just need to win the fourth quarter. That's the goal. It's going to be a run. And he keeps his legs churning to get 6 out of that. We don't really have the strength to put up with this big Boise State running back. He just runs around the blitz like it wasn't even there. We blitzed the same side as the rush. We guessed right. And we had 2 guys fill the hole, but just ran right past him. That's unfortunate. Now they're in field goal range at the 24, looking to make it 7 instead of 3, though. Fill a hole. Make a tackle. Please, tackle this guy. They're running all over us right now. And just met him in the backfield, but just bounced off him like he wasn't even there. Like he was not even phased. Yeah, just didn't even move. It was like he just ran past him like he was a ghost. 3rd and 1. I mean, you can't rule out a pass, but you fully expect this to be a run. They've ran it every single down this play, this drive. And yeah, just easy first down. Yeah, we're getting manhandled right now. I guess we'll have to go goal line. They've got the jumbo set out there. And we stopped them there. I think we have to hone in on the run. If they want to throw it, more power to them, but that's a good stand up there. And you think they throw it now that they think we've caught onto it? This looks like a passing formation. I won't pass commit here, but... And we bring the quarterback down. That is a huge goal line stand for the defense. They bent and they bent and they bent, but they did not break. They did not break, and that is the stop we needed. 4th and goal from the 11. That's Merle Willis, the hero. They ran it every single down on that drive. They got it down to the 3-yard line, but we stood them up 2 times in a row. They had to switch it up, go with the pass, and no one came open. And we'll force a field goal try. It should be an easy make, and it is. Boise State is up 6 now, and we have 3.5 minutes to score a touchdown, down 27-21. Who's going to come open on this play? Maybe Mason Williams. No, he does not. I mean, he's still open. And he just doesn't even try to catch the ball. Okay. I mean, he was wide open, threw it to him. He just stood there like an idiot. Bro wants to transfer because we don't throw the ball enough to him, but why would you throw the ball when he acts like that? And he drops the second ball we throw at him. Why is he on the team? Get him out of here. This is a crucial drive, and we're just can't even move the ball right now. Allen Dummerville, make a play. As an insane play. And we just stall out on a 3-and-out after a huge stop from the defense. That is not what we needed. The drag was completely covered by 3 guys. I mean, that Mason Williams looked like the guy who was open. But I had to loft it up there to get it over. And you just gave him time to make an insane play. I mean, we just had nowhere to go with the ball. We were screwed no matter what. They locked every single play down. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to punt. and hope. That's a horrific punt. I mean, we got a decent bounce, but that is a horrific punt. We've given them way too good a field position. And they're back to just doing whatever they want on the ground. That might have been the death blow. They just completely shut down everything we tried to do, and now they'll just bleed us to death by 1,000 cuts by the run game. Please tackle him. Thank you. 3rd and 4. That'll probably take us to the 2-minute warning. And, yep, this might be the game right here. We're run committing up the middle. It's got to be a stop. And it will be. Well, it looked scary for a second. It looked like he was going to break like 4 or 5 tackles to make it happen, but we forced a 3 and out. He will be punting back from the 46, and we have another shot. And luckily, that'll be a touchback. We'll get it at the 20. And we need a better game plan. I don't know what we did on that last drive, but it just did not work. There's Acevedo on the underneath. They are pressing everybody. Can we exploit this? Can Alan Dummerville win over the top here? LJ Young, no, that's Acevedo might have a step. He's got it! Touchdown, Billikens! One play takes us all the way, and Nathan Acevedo is the one that pots it. Could have maybe considered going down in that spot, but I think you want to ensure the touchdown gets scored. What a throw from Vince Trinidad. They had everyone playing at the line. They had no one over the top. I don't know what they were thinking. They just dared us to go deep, and Nathan Acevedo has the speed to beat you deep. We'll kick a field goal to go up 28-27. A field goal loses us the game. Our defense needs to stand. We cannot allow any points. And if we do allow any points, it needs to be with enough time for the offense to answer. So that means we cannot play off coverage. We cannot play prevent. We need a play to make a stop here. And they're already off to a good start. No one was there. And it's going to be a screen. And it's too much yardage. Once again, way too easy. At least Boise State's calling timeouts. They don't seem keen on draining the clock here. But yeah, they've made this drive way too easy. Taking a shot downfield. That's wide open. Where was the safety? Josh Barr was nowhere to be found, and that is a touchdown for Boise State. I mean, at least they did it quick. We have a minute to respond here. At least, got to be thankful they didn't just drain the clock and kick a field goal. But yeah, Dakota Mills got absolutely cooked. Josh Barr was AWOL. Yeah, just got cooked on a slot fade from a tight end. How does that happen? And we were in cover 3. I guess, yeah, Dakota Mills had that deep third, and he was slow getting back. And they will go for 2 here. Outside run, gets swallowed up. So they're only up 5. A touchdown will win us the game no matter what, but we need to get down the field again. We have 2 timeouts. We have 55 seconds to work with. We just need to play smart. Alan Dummerville gets us 7. That's a bad throw. And, I mean, it hit him in the hands. Could have been picked, but threw it back shoulder pretty much. Had a chance, but the big hit jarred it loose. Be 3rd and 3 here. Don't really mind the incompletion. It stops the clock. Gives us time to reset here, but kind of need a conversion here. 3rd and 3. Mason Williams, first down. We're with Vince Trinidad. Can we lift that in there? Yes, we can. That was a risky throw, but LJ Young Jr. makes the catch. Steps out of bounds, gives us a breather. It's a little bit risky. There was a guy dropping back. I thought maybe the pass could lead it into him. See number 6 there, but wasn't fast enough. We're at the 42 now. We need 6. A field goal will not cut it. They're pressing on the outside. Can Dummerville win over the top? He might have. He might have a step. He might have a catch. He might have a touchdown. Alan Dummerville is the hero. You cannot keep pressing these speed demons and not expect to get burnt. What a play from Alan Dummerville. They had one high safety pressing the outside corners. That is just a recipe for disaster. He is too big and too fast. And we will go for 2 to make it a 3-point game. This is a little bit crucial. They might still have time to get into field goal range, but if we can make it a 3-point game, at least it'll force overtime. And that's wide open. L.J. Young Jr. makes it 36-33 for the Billikens. Nice patient throw for Vince Trinidad. I kind of wanted to scramble there, but they contained well. Luckily, someone came open. Just kind of lofted it up in there. And now Boise State has 18 seconds to get into field goal range. I mean, we just cannot allow a touchdown. If we go to OT, so be it. But cannot give up a long touchdown here. We'll play over the top. There's no long bombs. They'll check down here, which is risky. They call their final timeout. Don't know what they were thinking there. And he's in trouble. He's going to get brought down. That'll be the game. They have no timeouts left. They will not get back to the line fast enough. The clock ticks down. 3, 2, 1. It's all over. What a comeback for the Billikens. They knock out Boise State. It looked very, very, very bad in the first half and even most of the third quarter, but what a comeback for the Billikens. Vince Trinidad led the way. His first 300-yard throwing game of his career. And what a win that is for the program. We improve to 5-0. I didn't even see who got the last sack there. I was way too excited. But what a game. What a back and forth affair. And we had basically 2 game-sealing drives with under 2 minutes to go. What a win. Vince Trinidad, what a performance. He had the 2 picks, which were just awful, but had the most passing yards of his career. 3 touchdowns as well. Very, very good game. Kept us in it. Manny Royster had a great game on the ground. 76 yards, 5.8 yards per carry. Vince Trinidad, the same, which I already didn't really get much attention this game. Nathan Acevedo had over 100 yards. LJ Young Jr. had 70. Alan Dummerville had 60. All 3 of them had the touchdowns. And only 1 drop for Mason Williams. Would have thought it would be more. Might consider a change at tight end. We might consider moving Kavka up into Mason Williams' spot just to get him more touches. He seems like the better player for sure. And then on the defensive side, Josh Barr, once again a beast, making plays everywhere on the field with 9 total tackles. Yeboah had 3 TFLs. Warren Barron had 2, and then a lot of players had 1. And then no interceptions today. No forced fumbles, I don't think either. Yeah, so no takeaways. We just came up with the sack when it mattered most. Did I sort my sack yet? I don't think so. Murley Willis had 1.5. Alexander Arnold had 1. And then Caleb Bryant and Matthew Yeboah had a half each. How does that math work? We had 3.5 sacks? I guess they could have all 3 combined. I don't know. That seems kind of weird. Yeah, who got the last sack there? I mean, everyone on the D-line basically got there. I guess that's why everyone had half a sack. We had 3 guys making that. He was just looking deep when he didn't really need to. And nowhere to go with the ball. Yeah, what a win. That is a thriller right there against a very good team in Boise State. We should put the nation on notice. I said that earlier, but with this kind of win, we've proven we're not frauds. We're here. St. Louis Billikens are here to stay in the FBS. 5-0. We've already matched our win total from last season, and it took us 5 games. This is a much, much different team, folks. This team might be legit. I said at the beginning of the season, 10-2 would be the expectation this year, with losses maybe to Iowa and Boise State. Well, we went through Iowa and Boise State, and we beat both of them. We have a real shot at running the table here. I mean, you can't rule out a dumb drop loss to someone in the MAC, because they always play us tough, but I mean, yeah, 12-0 is on the cards still. What a win. It's going to be a really interesting week for recruiting next week. We'd love to see how these recruits are progressing, especially since you got some big teams starting to make some pushes. We're neck and neck with Ole Miss, who have finally put a visit down. They're going to have him on campus week 9. We can get him in week 8 if we must. I think I'll wait and see on that, because if he's not going to commit after a week 9 visit, I might get him in week 10 instead. But if it's very close, I'll get him in week 8. We have time to wait, and I don't think anyone else is going to get in on it and try to schedule a visit and cut us off. So I think we wait on Marquis Popo. We're just barely in the lead. Gotta just stick with it. Not even take points off BJ Cossier. We're just a bit in the lead, but I mean, just stick with it at this point. Still ahead on Cortez Dicker. And if we end up getting him, we could pivot to one of the other ones too. No one's really making a push. Still ahead for James Linder, even though there's a lot of visits on the board here. We could get him in week 9 against Eastern Michigan. I think, yeah, once again, I'll just wait on that. We don't really have the points to spare at the moment. We've passed everyone for Deshaun Davis, which I hoped would happen. I mean, we're the only one who's offered him a scholarship, so you'd hope so. But I'd love to build up a big lead before someone can hawk us down. And we should have Rich Wilbur's signature by next week, I think. He should commit by next week. That'll be a huge get. Our first 4-star in our program history. Field general type from Byron, Illinois. Should be an immediate starter for us. And yeah, we got lucky that all our grades lined up perfectly. And he'll be an excellent addition to the class here. Still hit on Reggie Corbin as well. No one's really in on him. That would be a huge get. 4-star cornerback, his own type. And if we can sneak in ahead of Michigan State and Wisconsin, that'd be huge. Charlie Heap, same deal. Alonzo Amerson, same deal. Yeah, I don't feel like recruiting is that exciting right now. I think it will be in the coming weeks. It's just not a lot of points is being shuffled around. We're just not really changing much week to week. We're just going all in on the guys we really want, and it's hopefully going to pay dividends at the end of this recruiting cycle. Demarius Calmalot is an interesting guy. He's only a 3-star, but he's 6'5", and he has 94 speed at that size. He might be a great player, but he's only got a D+ playing time, so I don't think he'll get ahead of James Linder if we land him. And then I don't know if I want to justify putting so many points in to keep up with Bowling Green. But, I mean, if we have 10 points, we could try soft selling and see what happens. I don't even know what he likes, though. It doesn't really make sense to soft sell either. Just not good enough grades. Did the math there. Well, maybe swing back, see if anyone else deserves it more than that. Don't really need a tight end. We could also try getting in on Greg Conan instead, but I mean, Tennessee's not really going after him, but you don't really have the points to spare to really go hard on him. All these points are being spent elsewhere. And we could give it a shot, because we will have points open up once Rich Wilbur commits next week for sure. And then we can put those points into Greg Cronin. I just don't know if he's any good. I haven't scouted him yet. Don't have the points to spare to do that. Does have an A- playing time, same as James Linder. But I like James Linder because he has 96 speed. Don't know if Greg Cronin's even close to that. We do know Demarius Camelot has 94 speed, so I mean maybe we just try to soft sell, see what that does, and then go from there. All right, that'll be all for this week. We will be resuming our MAC conference play. All our out-of-conference games are out of the way. So now it's just MACtion the rest of the way. And, I mean, hopefully we'll win out. That would be the goal. But it all starts next week visiting Akron. And I'll see you guys in that one.